Good afternoon. I'm Thomas Buchanan. I'm on a water fast. This week is the end of week 2, day 5. It is Friday, TGIF. And by the way, I weighed in this morning down 1.6 pounds. I am at 226.6. I did not drop into the 225s, but that's okay. 226.6 I'll take. That's over 1.5 pounds weight loss in a day. And I'm sure that I will drop into the 225s, 224s next week. Fridays are my John day. Let me explain myself. John contacted me, and John's not his real name. John contacted me and he said he's a homeless person and he's trying to lose weight on top of it. Now, I didn't believe him. You know, it's like, if you're homeless, how did you get a laptop, a desktop? How do you even plug it in? My small little pea brain couldn't wrap my hands around that, and I thought it was a scam. John is actually a real person. He's recently lost his home, his car. He has no money. And by the way, I'm not begging for money to give to John. No. You keep your money. That's not what this is about. I promised John I would help him lose weight. And he's committed to doing a 30-day water fast with us. So, and I told him every Friday I would help take one of his problems and try to help him solve it, because he needs help. So, last week I told John, well, let me back up. So the way John contacted me was John has access to a computer at a library, and that's how he watches my videos. And I didn't even think of that, but obviously John is a fairly intelligent man to have figured that out. You can go to almost any library in the country and use their computers for anywhere from 30 minutes to an hour, and if the librarian is lenient, she'll let you get on there for a couple hours if you're serious about trying to figure something out. So I told John last week, I said, John, do a search for towns that are giving away property if you move there. Something along that wording. And he's already contacted me, and he said he's found a couple of towns in a couple of states that will actually give him property if he moves there. You have very small towns that can't get people to live there. Well, if you're homeless, does it really matter if you're homeless in Dallas, Texas, or Poughkeepsie, New York, or Indiana, or Missouri, or Texas, or does it really matter where you're homeless? It really doesn't, right? So he is pursuing that. Now, I didn't think to tell him, but I'm sure he's figured it out that in 2022 you need an email address. Google is free. You can Google Gmail, and Yahoo is free, and Microsoft's got one. For completely free email address. All you do is plug in your birth date and some information, and you can set yourself up a free email address. Because I happen to think, well, if John is homeless, he probably doesn't have a cell phone, right? So how are people going to communicate with John? Well, they're going to do it, and they should do it via email. I mean, John could, in theory, go to his local library once a day or twice a day and check his email. So that's something that John needs to set up, and I assume he's already got that set up. Now, the next thing I want John to do is, John, if you're in Texas, and I didn't ask you, but if you're in Texas, Texas has something called a Texas identification card. You need to apply for one of those. Go to your local police station, go to your local church, find someone that will assist you in applying for a Texas identification card. If you don't have a driver's license, you either need a Texas identification card if you're in Texas, or a driver's license. And the reason I want you next week to focus on either getting your driver's license or getting a Texas identification card is because when you apply for services, they're going to ask you for either some type of identification card or your driver's license. And next week, next Friday, I'll share with you how you can get some money coming in. I mean, and I'll also share with you how you can get some free food. And hopefully the information that I'm passing along to help John will assist some of the other viewers who are trying to lose weight. Now, obviously, you don't need food if you're on a water fast, so but I want you to know how to get the food so that when you come off your 4-week water fast, you will have monies to be able to buy food. Okay, so we've got the place to live figured out, right? Go move somewhere to some town that will give you free property. Okay, they value you. You may be homeless now, but they value you. I value you. This channel values you. Okay, you are important, all of you. So that's my challenge for you, John. Either get a Texas identification card or a identification card in the state in which you are, or get a driver's license. You're going to need either one or the other. You don't really need both, but it probably wouldn't hurt to have both. So back to water fast. I'm down 1.6 pounds today. It's the weekend. I don't weigh myself on Saturday and Sundays. Never have in 3 years of water fasting. So the next time I'll update my channel and update my weight is on Monday morning. I would like to touch and be in the 225s on Monday. That would be quite a gift. I had one other viewer that I appreciate the kind words. I appreciate the words of encouragement, but I had one other viewer ask about the med issue because I went off all meds cold turkey, and as you know by now, I was on high blood pressure meds, thyroid meds, metformin for diabetes, you name it, and my doctor wrote a script and popped some pills in my mouth. And no doctor that I know of will recommend that you go off all of your drugs cold turkey, but I did. I don't regret it. I felt like I was going to pass out once or twice that first week, but I took the position of if I pass out, I'll kiss the floor, and at some point I'll wake up. So that's very controversial because, you know, you will not find anyone that tells you to go cold turkey, just stop taking everything you're taking. But I'm glad I did. I would do it again. And if you question the impact that drugs have on you, a week ago today I had a medical procedure done and some polyps removed, and I was at 226.2 last Friday. Keep track of your weight, folks. After that medical procedure and the drugs they gave me, I jumped from 226.2 and touched 229. Now, thankfully, today, Friday, I am back down to 226.6, and I'm ready to go lower. But that does show you the impact that prescription meds has on your body, has on your weight loss efforts. And that's why, please, please, please keep track of your weight. Keep track of how much you gain or how much you lose on a daily basis. I only do it Monday through Friday. For you newbies, I would highly recommend that you keep track of your weight 7 days a week. And one other viewer contacted me, and I've got to address this. You're not allowed any liquids or food the first 7 days. On the 8th day, you are not allowed unlimited water. I've said this many times and it bears repeating. On the 8th calendar day, until you hit your goal, you're only allowed 3 8 to 12 ounce glasses of water per day. You can drink them all first thing when you get up in the morning. You can have a glass of water for breakfast, one for lunch, and one for dinner. You can drink all three whenever you want. But you cannot and must not exceed 3 glasses of 8 to 12 ounce glasses of water per day. It is a big deal. It does impact your weight loss, and so make sure you don't exceed that. And that's really all I've got for today. Happy Friday, TGIF. Have a great weekend. Have a good rest of the evening, and I will update you on Monday and let you know how I'm doing. Please feel free to leave a comment, ask a question. Please feel free to challenge me on any information that I'm giving out. I like to be challenged. You know, I'm not one that I wrote a book and I know nothing about the subject. I'm living a water fast every single day, and you're watching me do it. And you're watching me succeed some weeks. And a couple weeks ago, I blatantly cheated. I had food, I had coffee, I had everything on a water fast that you're not allowed to have. And what did I do? You know, so many people will kick you when you're down. I just immediately started a new water fast, and I have not changed my goal. I'm going to get back to 198. I started at 315. So both you and I are well on our way to achieving success. I always like to close my channel with the saying, even if you're on the right track, you will get run over if you just sit there. Even if you're on the right track, you will get run over if you just sit there. Will Rogers said that. A very wise man. Don't just sit there. Okay? Join me, as 99 of you have, and start your own water fast. Don't cheat, get rid of the goodies, and let's lose weight together. Make it a great weekend, and I'll check in with you on Monday.